We finally did it. This is just amazing. I know how busy the season is, like you told me. Just you were so nice to me when we met back here in Toronto. Just I'm very appreciative to you. Just want to thank you for all that you've done for me. Just thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, Jake. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk some baseball. Every baseball fan knows that playing meaningful games in September is what it's all about. Your Padres are definitely playing some meaningful games right now in this tight divisional race with your rivals, the Dodgers. You guys are sitting at 76 and 61 right now, just 2 games back of the Dodgers with a month to go. Tell me, what's the mood like in the clubhouse? Like, how you guys feeling? Is it a good vibe? You guys confident? How important is winning this division to you guys?
It's huge, Like obviously that's a big goal of ours. I think we're in a pretty good spot to make the playoffs right now. So that's obviously nice to kind of have that to kind of lean back on. But at the same time, like you said, we want to win the NL West. That's a big deal in that clubhouse, and I think everyone knows that that's the goal. But at the same time, at the end of the day, if that doesn't happen, nothing really changes. The goal doesn't change at the end of the day. We're still, in the playoffs and trying to win a World Series. So, yeah, I mean, everyone in there obviously, is there for the same reason, all rooting for each other, trying to get it done. So it's a fun group to be a part of for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I live here in Toronto, so I'm big into hockey. So I play like a high level of hockey here, and I know what it feels like to be trying to get that top spot, but relax on the same point. Like we're gonna make the playoffs. It's gonna be good. The vibes are high, and I know how important it is just in general to have high vibes for the team. Everybody just excited to get out there and play, and just in general, just you guys look like you're having fun out there, which is super important. So that's pretty important, and it's probably good for the confidence too that just over a week ago you guys won a really important series against the Dodgers. And everybody knows the rivalry between you guys, so that must have been huge for you guys. It gets heated, it gets real. It's good, great baseball, and it's great for baseball. Am I right that the series gave you guys a ton of confidence that you guys could win this division?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we played really well against them last year in the regular season too. So I think anytime where you can, beat them in the regular season, it gives you a good idea of how they're going to be in the postseason. Good confidence, like you said. So yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just keep racking up the wins, right? Doesn't matter who they're against right now. Obviously, at the end of the year, when the postseason comes around, you game plan for your teams and you find a way to beat them because things can change. Rosters can change a lot by then. So yeah, it's just kind of winning game by game.
Exactly. Take it one step at a time,
Hmm.
especially in that division. I think it's my favorite division in baseball. Everything is awesome there. The teams, the weather there, and all those places. The West Coast. You grew up on the West Coast, right?
Yes, yes, I did. Yeah, so it's really nice to be on the West Coast to play
That's
for a West
awesome.
Coast team. My family's close. It's nice.
Yeah. What team did you go for growing up as a kid?
The Mariners, that was the local team for me, being from Washington State. So yeah, I grew up watching Ichiro and all those guys. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. That must be so good for you to be back on the West Coast and stuff.
Absolutely.
So I want to look into your college baseball days for a second. You played at Gonzaga. You had some great success, like I mentioned before. But most people know Gonzaga for basketball, especially March Madness. So I just want to ask you what it was like playing baseball there. How was the program, the support, the experience? Just overall, give me a little summary of how it was for you.
It was great. I mean, like you said, known as a basketball school, right? So it's definitely nice to have them there. It like people know Gonzaga now. Like more people know Gonzaga just because of the basketball program, and we benefit off of it too. As the athletic department, so it's great. But I mean, we still had a lot of support too with the baseball program. Our AD was, uh, a big supporter of the baseball team and trying to do whatever he could. And we just got a new facility. Actually, I right after I left, unfortunately for me, but
That's always how it
yeah,
works.
no, it's great. I've been able to use it a couple of times. It's fantastic. So yeah, it's really great there. Good coaching staff, good facility, good everything. It's great. I really enjoyed playing there.
Yeah, must have been great, Sick.
Mhm.
I just want to ask you like a general question. Like you're a young guy, still a young guy, in the league.
Mhm.
And just outside of baseball, what are some of the things you love to do, like as a hobby? Because like most fans only get to know you like when you're on the mound. Off the mound, what do you love doing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's tough, like during the season, the baseball takes up so much of your time, right? And it can be physically exhausting, So a lot of my time away from the field is spent like kind of relaxing, chilling, playing video games, watching TV, kind of trying to
In the
just
pool?
relax. Hmm?
In the pool?
No, 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 no,
I'm a
no. Not
big
too
pool
much in
guy.
the pool. Nah, just kind of chilling. And then like during the off season and stuff, I'll try and, like when I can be more active and I'm not, quite as tired when I'm away from the field, I'll, play like pickleball and basketball and kind of just mess around and stuff, but nothing too crazy. Um, just, yeah, pretty light. Yeah.
I love pickleball. In the backyard, me and my brother, we just made like we put like a thing as the net and we play. And yesterday I was slamming on him. He's like, "You can't slam on me. It's too small of a court." I'm like, dude, you can't play pickleball without slamming. That's like playing
Yeah,
basketball without dribbling.
100%. Have to.
Yeah,
You
just
got to,
don't set me
once
up.
the competitiveness in you comes out, it happens.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. So getting back to your career for a second, throughout your career, you've never really been known to have overpowering stuff with like velocity, which means you really got to know how to pitch. You paint the corners, keep batters off balance, and especially in today's game when velocity is so valued. Do you ever feel like an underdog and a chip on your shoulder that you're more of a paint the corners type of guy?
I mean, I don't. I think other people see me in that way, maybe, because like you said, the velocity. So it's like, all right, he's like at a disadvantage there. But for me, I don't know. I pitch like I don't have that happening. Like I pitch like I'm throwing 96 or 97. So I think with having that mentality, I think that helps me a lot too. But yeah, for sure, there's definitely times where I've noticed like my lack of velocity makes it more difficult. Like I can't get away with things over the heart of the plate quite as much as maybe somebody else that's throwing 100. So yeah, that's definitely something that like you said, you work on and you have to, command the ball a little bit better. That's just the truth. But yeah, so I think it's definitely a little bit more difficult for sure. But I don't think I look at it that way. If that makes sense.
You mentioned someone throwing over 100, and you're now sharing you're now sharing a bullpen with someone whose middle name is probably Velocity, Mason Miller. His fastball is electric. It's crazy. Have you had a chance to like get to know Mason at all, get close to him? Just what's it like from your point of view watching him pitch? It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, and it just looks so easy too out there. Like it doesn't look like he's really like trying that hard to throw 103. It's pretty incredible. Yeah, I met him last week. Seems like a great guy. Yeah, I don't know. I've only got to watch him pitch once so far in person, but it's yeah, like you said, it's crazy. It is cool though, for sure, being able to see like him have success throwing 103, and I can be so much different and also have success in this game, and it's yeah, that's why I love baseball.
Yeah, you definitely get to see a lot of amazing bullpen pitchers with you, that's for sure. And just in your point of view, like as a young developing pitcher, just in general, you would want as much playing time as possible. Have you ever thought about like, do you think it would be better for your development personally if you were on a rebuilding team with not such an established bullpen so you can have more appearances, or do you think just being around such talented, incredible relievers just is such a value because you get to like be taught so much about the game, help you improve?
Yeah, that's a great question because it's definitely something that I've thought about, right? Like, there's definitely a lot of teams that are rebuilding right now, and certain guys are probably getting opportunities that wouldn't in a lot of other organizations. Um, but at the same time, like being a part of this bullpen is I can learn so much from it, and like the experiences and just the growth you can get just from watching and seeing how it's done at the highest level in the postseason, all of that. Like, I think there's a lot of growth there and a lot of learning to be done. And I think experience, right? Like everything, all of that. So I think that's the biggest thing at the end of the day. And I'm going to get my opportunity when I get my opportunity. So.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the biggest things that a young pitcher, I feel like genuinely when it's thrown out about something that they're learning about is just consistency and how important that is. And this year, the Padres pitchers are just incredible. Relievers we've mentioned have been doing an amazing job. Adrian Morejon was named to his first All-Star game. He's been elite right now, 1.63 ERA, his whip's at 1.88, 50 strikeouts. But something that I find in general with baseball and with relievers especially is a lot of the time I feel like relievers have a great year and then the next year they have a harder year. And I feel like this is all consistency from what you've picked up from being around the majors for a bit now. Why is consistency so hard for relievers in general?
Because you're going to naturally change, like your body's going to naturally change, or maybe, you're going to be hurting a little bit in one spot in your body, and your body's going to want to compensate. And like certain things will change. And it's crazy how much, like, oh, I'm just releasing the ball like this much differently, and it's causing it to do something completely different. And now all of a sudden I can't command the pitch. Like, what's going on? So, yeah, it's crazy how it can happen like that. But I think that's what we see, like the best relievers that have done it year after year after year, is they can make those elite adjustments on the fly, and it's like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I can feel the difference, and I can make that adjustment within a day or two. And some guys it takes longer, and so I think that that's the biggest difference between the elite guys and the guys that maybe only stick around for a year or two.
Right. It's all about being able to just go with the flow, pick up on the fly, and just make changes.
Exactly.
It's a very good answer. I love that answer. So I want to look at the NL in general right now, and I gotta ask, who's your NL MVP this year? Because there's obviously a few legit candidates. Shohei, he's always gonna be there. When in the world is Shohei not gonna be in an MVP discussion? Tatis is having a strong season at the plate. 804 OPS, defense is amazing as always. Kyle Schwarber, what a season he's put together. Monster season. Leads all of baseball with a 110 RBIs. 940 OPS, is second in the league. Skeens, Crow Armstrong, all of these guys have been unreal. But who do you got winning MVP?
It's so tough. I want to say Schwarber, but I think it's got to be Otani. He's just, pitcher and a hitter. Like, if there's just no one that brings both of those to the table, you know what I mean? Like, that's so valuable right there alone in itself. And then obviously he's, one of the best hitters in the game, one of the best pitchers. Like, it's just really hard for me to say anybody else, as much as I like you said, Schwarber's having an incredible year and doing incredible things, but it's hard for me to say anybody but him.
Yeah, for sure. It's just I know everyone's just accepted it, but the fact that he's an elite pitcher and an elite hitter at the same time is it's great. Like you look at football now, and Travis Hunter's trying to do the same thing with wide receiver and cornerback. And if he's able to master that, it's really just crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, no one's been ever been able to do it at this level. I don't think so. We're definitely witnessing something special right now.
You hit a bit,
Uh, High school. That's the
right?
extent of that. I faced Drew Rasmussen in high school, saw my first 90-mile-per-hour fastball, and I knew from then on it was probably not for me.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
no, I had fun. I hit fairly well in high school for whatever that's worth. But yeah, that's where it ended.
Right. So last question, Alek. When I saw your Padres play in Toronto, the team, the vibe, like I mentioned before, it was so incredible. It looked like everyone was just out there having fun, just being together. The energy was great. And obviously, guys were preparing for the game and stuff. But it just looked like it was so much fun for you guys. But I need to ask, like, when things get serious in the clubhouse, who's the leader? Who's the guy that steps up, sets the tone, gets everyone locked in and dialed?
Hard. It's hard to pinpoint like one leader in that clubhouse. I feel like they've got so many like just a good core of veteran guys that have all done it at like in the postseason at the highest level, and they all kind of come together. Like we had a meeting in spring training, and there's like a big group, Manny, Bogey, like Joe, Toddy, Darvish, like all of them come together. And I think overall, like we've just got so many leaders in that clubhouse that all of them together kind of just like bring, like it's just like coming from around the room,
By committee.
bringing yeah, it's like a communal thing. And I think that's what makes it special is like we have a lot of voices in there, and we like everyone trusts and leans on the leaders in the clubhouse. And I think we're going to go really far with doing that. So.
I think so too. Alec, just thank you so much for taking your time to join me today on Jake's Takes. I know I really enjoyed. Did you enjoy our time together?
Absolutely, Jake. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.